Howdy guys, I'm Fellow 8, your favorite wolf girl enthusiast, and welcome to Fire Emblem Storge. This is an FE8 hack made by knabepicer, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and essentially the rundown of this game is that we're going to be purchasing all of our units and our equipment at the very beginning of the game, and then we're going to roll with it for about 5 maps. At least that's as far as I know. I'm going to be playing on normal the first time through. Full disclosure, we are going to be playing it twice here on the channel, because like I said, it's only about 5 maps, and I look forward to seeing all the customization and all the aspects of this that you could have, you know, different on different playthroughs. We're going to be playing the first one on normal, the second one on difficult. Like I said, in my community post the other day, if you guys have any units that you want me to use who I don't use in this run, make sure to comment them. I'll use them on the hard mode one. I don't really have any strong preferences, I just want to see how much fun the game is with different configurations. Let's see, we'll read the story on the first one though. Not that I have particularly great voices, but... So I was saying, when the beast... Hold that story, old-timer. Looks like somebody's coming. Just one man in a cart. And who you call an old-timer, eh? I'll have you know that I'm as fit as a fiddle. Why, what a guy. Afternoon, sirs. Yeah, so essentially we're this merchant. We're going to be purchasing all of our units at the beginning of the game. I guess it's going to get into the story. I'll just let it speak for itself. Afternoon to you, Mr. Becker. I take it you're a merchant, judging by all those wares in your carriage. Ain't seen you around these parts, though. Where you from, son? And he's not old, huh? Being called son at my age. Ah, yes. I'm from the south, Daxboro. That's a long way out. What brings you to Barnet? Some kind of business thing? There's a couple reasons, but yes, something like that. I'm headed to Fusel from here. Oh, you a religious type? I know that some church fellows visiting there, and it's a big deal. I am of the Soko faith, but I am not headed to see the deacon, no. Either way, I wouldn't recommend heading that way on your lonesome. There's bandits aplenty on the road there. Fortunately, there's been plenty of mercenaries looking for work around here. I'm sure you can find somebody willing to guard you on the way there. Very nice. Some real odd ducks have shown up, for sure. The pay seems good, though. Almost makes me want to quit being a city guard. Aha, money don't mean squat as long as you're fed. Being able to travel, though, that's the ticket. Maybe I ought to try out, too. Well, I actually did come to meet a mercenary. Another friend told me she was around this town. Oh, someone you know? Yes, I've known her for a long time. We had a falling out a while back, so to say. That's how it goes. Why, that reminds me of the time I... Go on ahead, Mr. Becker, before you get caught up in this old man's latest tall tale. Tall tale? Why, never. Aha, well, it was nice to meet you too. Very nice, yeah, so, full disclosure, those guys are definitely very much recruitable. We'll be having a look at every single unit's stats and whatnot. And, that's gonna take a while, I'm sure. I thought I wouldn't be able to recognize her after all this time, but, should've listened to Gladys. And here she is. I'm telling you, this ain't fair. It's more than fair. You were snoozing instead of being on guard. That's how they were able to sneak past you, and why we didn't get the full bounty. Ain't this still too little gold? I was still there, you know. And that's why you're not getting literally squat. Ain't like I got much either. Fine. Interesting. I swear, the nerve of her. That job going south right as I need a new sword. Can't even pay the inn fees with what's left. Hello. Yes, can I help you? I didn't... it's good to see you again. You've grown. Well, you know, it's been a while. 6 years? Right, that is quite some time indeed. So, yes? What brings you here? I have an important client to meet in Fusel. I brought some Vicarian emeralds from Roddleston. I see. Well, then don't let me stop you. What? You're just passing through, right? Safe travels, sir. Don't play games with me. Why don't you stop first? Why are you really here? Don't talk down to me, because if you came all this way just to try and take me back, It's not it. I really am on a trip to Fusel. I do not have time to... all these years later, and you still don't have time. Didn't have the time to spare to be with your family, back then. Still don't now. I misspoke. I did come on this trip specifically because it'd take me this way. And we just happened to run into each other here on the streets. I had heard that a certain purple-haired mercenary had been seen in this town, so I thought it'd be a good chance to see her while I was on my way. Well, you've seen her. Can I go now? You're seriously trying my... Fine. I'll speak the language that even you should understand. I'm also told that there are bandits on the road, and so hiring mercenary guards would be a good idea. You can't be serious. Is there a problem? You are a sellsword, yes? Name your price and we can make a deal. I'm not... I understand you need a new blade as well. There can't be that many willing to cover the cost of equipping their mercenaries, yes? You're always like, alright, I accept. What, is there something else? It really is good to see you again, Gretchen. Wish I could say the same, Father. Very, very adorable story. I like that a lot. Well, that's that, I suppose. Hopefully on this trip we can manage to have a more civil conversation than that. I should probably ask her if she wants to come with me for the rest of my preparations before doing anything else. Right, okay. So as you can see in this little town here, we have a lot of units who are potentially recruitable, potentially hireable. Obviously, we're going to start off with Gretchen, his estranged daughter, I believe it says. Yes, a sellsword living in Barnet, Becker's estranged daughter. We're going to be having a look at every single unit on this map, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, this is going to be a long process. We're going to be looking at every unit, we're going to be managing our gold between equipment and whatnot. So what I'm going to do, obviously you can see the timestamps if your browser's updated enough on that little bar below the video. Gonna have a section for the story, section for the probably quite long equipment phase, and then the gameplay of the first map, because obviously we gotta do at least one map in this first episode. So feel free to skip along to wherever you want to see. This segment covering all of the units in this map, looking at what we've got, is gonna take a while. So obviously we're gonna start with Gretchen. Let's see, actually we should start with Becker. He's the main character here. A merchant on a trip from Barnet to Fusel. Shrewd, very nice, and he's a transporter. Wagons carrying people or goods, and he cannot fight, obviously. Got a vulnerary there. We get him for free, quite luckily. And for this one map just alone, he's got 6 movement boosted by 9, just so that you can actually, traverse the map at a pretty decent pace. And obviously he can talk to every unit on this map, see what they're about. I think, anyway. First you have to talk to Gretchen, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and do that one. Actually, let me look at Gretchen's stats, because in my very quick preparations, I do know that she disappears once you talk to her. A sellsword living in Barnet, Becker's estranged daughter. Obviously she doesn't have a sword, just a mercenary. She's got vulnerary B swords. 8 power, I wonder if you can see, okay, you can't see their growth rates, probably because they're green units. 8 power, 10 speed, pretty good for a mercenary, basically what you'd expect. 27 HP and 7 defense is nothing to scoff at. She'll always be hitting as well, she's got good skill. Swords have high accuracy as well. 10 con is pretty good, that lets her use steel sword unimpeded. And I do notice that there are affinities, but I also know that there are no supports. There are no supports in this game, so I'm not going to be covering affinities. I will say that ice affinity isn't my favorite, but for a lord it's pretty good. And then she's got 3 res, nothing to scoff at, especially for a mercenary. I mean, typically they don't have that much anyway, so she'll be doing pretty good for us, I'm sure. I believe that she's free as well. Well, anyway, you did hear correctly about there being frankly too many bandits on around here. I heard about there being some local beef, or some beef the local duke has with the duchies around this region, and that being related to the spread. But politics always bored me. You haven't changed in that regard. I suppose you're conceding that you're not enough to guard me all the way there. Heck yes, I didn't get this far being a foolhardy idiot. We should go hire some others. I know a good bit of the mercs around here. You'll want my advice. Right, well after your fee, I have about 60,000 gold to spare, or to spend on hiring people and buying equipment and provisions. Since, as far as I'm aware, mercenaries only include their current equipment in their hiring fees, I think that should be enough. Although, of course, I would prefer to not splurge unnecessarily. Right, okay, so there's probably going to be a chance later to purchase some stuff. Maybe there's even like a, well, I know for sure at the end there's a ranking system that, sort of bases how many turns you took and how much gold you spent on your ranking, so to speak. It's your money, spend it as you see fit. Just don't forget to buy me a sword. Wouldn't want to waste your hard-earned gold for hiring me. It'll take about a week or so to get there, 5 chapters, and I'd say hiring 7 to 10 other people would be good. Okay, that's great to know. That's actually a super huge help. And of course, if you're done, we can leave it from here. Awesome, got 60,000 gold. That's what we're going to be using to purchase our people. Although Gretchen has disappeared from the map, you can still check her status and those other hired mercs in the unit section of the menu. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Where do we want to begin? Because we are going to be covering everybody. This is going to be an exhaustive covering of every single unit on this map. Howdy guys, editing a photo here, cutting in for just a moment. So, that segment of the video, it took about an hour to record in full. I had to check like the units, their stats, their equipment, their personalities, their costs, and then buy more equipment. It took a while. It took some time. It absolutely did. And to form a more cohesive viewing experience for you, something that is more respectful of your time than dropping a 2-hour video, the way I've decided to do this is that I have cut up the unit segment, or the unit analysis segment. That'll be linked as an unlisted video in the description below. If you want to see that for yourself, feel free. No obligation to, though. So if you don't want to watch that, no worries or anything, but it was such an integral portion of the game that I didn't want to just remove it and then not have it there, you know what I mean? Like, this is literally the premise of the game, choosing your units and the equipment and stuff. So if you want to check that out, link in the description below. If not, well, we'll just get right on to the video, so please enjoy. At the manse of Duke Alceus. So, you all understand what is asked of you. Yeah, make as much of a mess as possible, and rob them blind like we were already doing. Easy enough. Then go and execute these orders. No need to get your undies in a twist, my lord. We're off. I tire of these bandits' disrespect. Do they not know who they're dealing with? Patience, my lord. I despise that I even have to be working with these vermin, just to claim what is rightfully mine. Are you certain we cannot simply invade Eglis outright instead of this roundabout scheme? With my forces and your organization's resources, it would be crushed if Duke Eglis sent word to other duchies of this brazen attempt at conquest before his land is taken. No, we need his hands full with a bandit problem that will also ruin his popularity. Then Eglis will be yours for the taking, and will be free to operate, yes? Yes, if it turns out as you say, you will have my support. If. Alright, very fascinating. Gonna just go ahead and save over this. I've made my decision. That's how that's gonna be. Got the units that we've got. I'm hoping that there's some droppable equipment here and there. It'd be quite handy if that were the case. But we'll see how that goes. Gretchen. Yes, father, did you need something? No, I just wanted to ask what you've been up to. Recently, I mean. Well, not much really. Before this job, I was smoking out some bandit hideout. You saw what happened with that. Oh yes, how interesting. This is so awkward, but I came on this trip so it'd be more awkward not to talk. So, how's mother been? Oh, well. Attention, travelers. Oh, looking closely, you look to be a rich one. Bet you got lots of valuables in that wagon of yours, eh? Just hand that all over. Maybe we'll let you live. Sir, I would. Back off, brigand. Go find an easier mark. And a better helmet while you're at it. True. Bet you think you're tough, lassie. But there ain't no one who insults 5-spear Fouchard and lives to tell the tale. Come on, boys. What the heck did you do? Oh, come off it. Bandits don't just let people go. He was out for blood. We were just lucky enough to run into him. Or unlucky enough, I see. Fine, I suppose we'll be fighting them then. Just stay in the back and keep your head down. Very, very fascinating. Well, I know it's a bit of a late point in the video to be like, hey yo, it's time to do the equipment-ing, but that's what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna do my preparations and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, I do believe that we're ready to go now. I've essentially got everything in order. Let's go ahead and get into it and see what we can do with this map. This one looks to be a very fun one. I have a lot of things to say on it. Show no mercy, boys. That noble's paying us good just to do what we do best. Awesome. So, very nice music choice. I have noticed a lot of equipment variants, which is very fascinating. It means you gotta be on your toes at all times. And then I immediately go to the Iron Bow Archer, of course. Equipment variants, that's the thing that we have here. Silver Axe, of course, Light Brand, of course, you know, everywhere you go, everyone's got something different. It's very fascinating to see. A little bit of everything there. Oh, and a red gem. And then there's also a village right up here that we can go to. This guy's got the Hell Tome. Reduces enemy HP to 1. That's perfectly okay, though. We can manage our way through this one. But this guy right here, he's the boss, Fouchard. Leader of a low-ranking bandit clan, tends to over-prepare with his 5 different lances. That's why they call him 5-Lance Fouchard, I guess. Very fascinating. Looking forward to seeing how he goes. But I've got a nice little strat for this first turn. It appears as though this guy is set up almost perfectly, such that you can just do this and block this off with your villager dude. Malachi. Low power, but he's got high luck, so here's hoping that he avoids. He doesn't get doubled thanks to the hammer weighing this guy down by 3. It's very nice, which it's actually not thanks to that, but it's a big help. 7 con means he's not getting too much leeway out of more than the Iron Sword. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drop Mr. Dude Justin right here on this. Although I was considering just dropping Gretchen to do that. Maybe I should just attack into this mercenary, because mercenaries are scary at all times. Oh, you can fly. That's really good, actually. Yep. Well, Firestone, actually, that's not what I want to use. Although I do want to see what each stone gives in terms of extra stuff and things. Okay, so that's the one that, like, you equip this if you just want to survive an enemy phase. That's really cool. Also, that'll make it so that if you equip this on enemy phase, people will just straight up not attack him. Assuming he is weak to bows. Let's see. Okay, so all of those have 0 weight. It means he has always the speed that he's got. So assuming that he's weak to bows, which, you know, going by flying status, he probably is. 18 plus 8 is 26, meaning that if he equips this, then the archer will do 1 damage to him. I gotta keep in mind that his defenses are not insane. He's only got 17 HP and then 5 and 7. How's he doing? He's getting doubled. That's kind of okay. I might just throw a javelin with you. Although, maybe I could use Cruthine instead. This is interesting. I'm not perfectly sure what this is, but I mean, it looks like a solid tome. And we'll just use... Can we do 11? If we can do 11, I'll happily do this. We can, okay. As long as we can do 11, I'll use Thunder once. Very fascinating. Oh, is that a crit? That's gotta be, right? There's no way it's not. Oh, wow. It's just the animation. That's fascinating. You can see why this character's a glitch. Okay, and then Gretchen. Very good. Love to see Gretchen. I like the female mercenaries a lot. Not often you get to use them, but when you do, they're always a lot of fun. Now we'll just go ahead and break down the snag right here. He can either attack Gretchen, or he can do something else to the tune of attacking another unit. Very lucky that Sanal can handle this. I'm going to place Siever down the middle here. Gives a lot of leeway on the next turn. And then, let's see how this goes. Steel Blade, that's kind of good. That's, wow, yeah. You can move a lot. So I didn't equip this one with a sword because I've got bow access, both 2 range options, and then Rider's Bane, which I may not actually need that badly at this point. I guess there are a few Cavaliers around. That's okay. Radogast. I don't want to use up my 2-range Firestone just yet, so I'm not going to. Francesca and Dawkins. I didn't really equip him with anything new, just let him have what he has. Maybe I'll place Merchant right here, and I'll grab a better axe for him. Devil Axe? I don't know about that one, Chief. Nah, that's funny. That's extremely funny. I'm gonna go ahead and let him handle that. That's a really cool animation. Is that a Viking animation? I know that there's a huge amount of animations in the hacking repository, and it's really cool to see them all used in some way or another. Let's see, okay, so he's not capable of doing that. Man, I wish that he could reach. I guess what I can do is I can bait this guy forward with Dude Bro here, Mr. Justin. I really like Justin, actually. He may be lame, but I really enjoy him. And then we could hand axe, I suppose. I'm gonna take this opportunity to test if you have Canto. Okay, you don't. Okay. If they had Canto, then I was going to move upwards and then trade that blade over. But that's okay. We can make do. I'll just do it like this. I'll equip you with an Iron Axe, let you stand there on the enemy phase, and then go right here. And then whoever you attack, it doesn't matter. I'm perfectly happy with this. And I've already checked to see that the, oh, nice. We get to use the Erica, like, upgraded Erica animations. I love these a ton. But anyway, I've already checked to see that the Druid doesn't move. Really, really helpful, I would say. Okay, and then Brigand is going to probably get bodied. Yes, good, good, good. We're not going to double. We're going to be sitting here for quite some time. Just gaining that EXP, probably kiting this guy around some. This dude is not really too much of a threat right here. Crusher. I wish I had checked that. Yeah, it's a good thing that we dodged. Very versatile equipment, as I said. We have to keep on our toes at all times. Okay, and a sleep staff. Well, that makes me happy that I picked up a restore staff. It is D rank in this game. That's a very handy asset. I think I checked this guy in my preparations, and isn't that? Yeah, that's the only one. Okay, and so that's where the thief would have come in handy. We could have stolen from him. Okay, quite luckily I don't have the restore staff on the armor knight down there, so we'll just grab that really quickly. Probably a little bit of an early waste of it, but it is your test to see if you purchased one. It's like, who needs a restore staff? Well, it's me. I need the restore staff very badly. It's a very lovely weapon to have. Well, not weapon, but you know. Okay, let's see. Lowered HP to 1, but that's probably okay. Francesca does weigh him down a little bit, but it is essentially upgraded hand axe. A little bit more weight to it, though. Okay, let's see. Radogast. This might be a good opportunity for that, but I'm not going to get overly hasty and throw people in there to a unit who will literally eat them alive. Right, okay, so if you have that equipped on enemy phase, you're getting bodied for it. That's really good, actually. Okay, so I'm going to bait you out with the pirate, or I would have. I guess I could rescue drop the pirate into range. How much con? 11, and then you have a little bit more. And then Cavalier dude can drop so that's good. Well, although, I would like to heal. I'm gonna back off with you, and I'm gonna have to make sure to get Armor Knight up here somehow. Continue baiting this guy forward. 5 move on Mr. Malachi, pretty darn good. Let's see, is there anybody else that I can sort of convincingly bait? I guess I could go here. Bored. I'm curious. So, wait, how close do you have to be to water for that? Oh, is she going to get on... I'm just going to test this and then I'll run it back. Oh, okay. That's extremely cool, actually. Anyway, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to attack like this. Oh, very nice. Oh, okay, we've got the, like, lightly upgraded female pirate animation. There wasn't a female pirate animation ordinarily, but the wait before the throw, I recognized the thing there. Steel Sword, I know this guy has a slim lance, so he's not a huge threat, but I do want to go ahead and bait him. So we'll stand here, kill this guy with Justin probably, and then trade over to a lance. Seems to be the play to me. The Crusher seems to be really good, and it's a little bit of a shame. I do wish that I picked one up, just didn't have the money for it. I do very much look forward to seeing what you guys say in the comments below about your runs, who you picked that I may not have, and who may have been more useful than I first gave them credit for. Swap over to Lance. Not going to be particularly great against a Wyvern Knight, but that's okay. Don't have to be great. We've got the Shaver Tome on Cruthine, however you say that. Do hope I'm getting at least somewhat close to the mark. Okay, we'll get up here. Radogast. Yeah, we'll just vibe for a little bit. Here's hoping that everything goes according to okay. That's what we're hoping for, after all. Yeah, these guys are the only ones left to move, so we'll just end turn. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it goes fine. It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. I didn't calculate a lot of things, but that's okay. You don't have to calculate. You can just assume. And then when you assume things, it works out just fine. You can assume a lot of things, and it'll be just fine. Things such as how much your water bill is before you pay it. You can also assume that Justin is simply going to survive a 2% crit. Another thing you can assume, that drinking 50% alcohol is perfectly okay. Anyway, longbow. Longbow's a funny weapon. I didn't take that into consideration. I kind of just assumed that it was going to work out. Looks like that thief is on his way to escape. If you want that red gem, you have to be pretty proactive for it, it would appear. Cutlass, yeah, I'm going to have to sort of run around this mountain if I'm to get that. Let's see. It's situations like these that I wish that I had the access to something a little bit better than what I do. Something like a Brave Axe, because 11 speed is just enough to not get doubled by most of my units, if not all of them. Well, apart from her, of course. The extremely great Laverne. Okay, maybe I should give her better equipment, because there's really, at a certain point, there's no reason to just have this bad equipment on her. Francesca, I'm just gonna let him get this kill if he's able to. This is the point where we use the Devil Axe, because it's perfectly, completely safe unless he crits, right? Oh, okay. For a second, I thought that was a crit. See, I'm getting flashbacks to a certain Armor Knight or a certain general from a little community hack that I've been playing, where you simply die as a result of your actions if you attempt to use the Devil Axe. That's a thing that happens to people named Afolo8, the Wolf Girl person, the one who is enthused about Wolf Girls. Anyway, we'll go ahead and shaver this guy. Ooh, I would like to deal a little bit of damage. Prior to that, maybe we'll... Can Radogast just do good damage to him? The Firestone is so good. It's so good. Dragonstone by itself, it's because it pierces defenses, that makes sense. Okay, Malachi. I'm just gonna let you stand here. I'm actually not going to attack, it just on the off chance that I have to use equipment otherwise. Cruthine could do that, and that would be pretty okay, but I might as well kill if I'm able to. That's not what I expected that to do. Does it hit physical? I bet that's what it does. It must hit physical. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely hits physical. That's the thing that it does. I like physical tomes every now and then. But in this instance, it's really a shame. Are you able to kill? You are able to kill. However, I can also board a boat and fire a ballista up to like 5 times or something per map, I would say. Oh, I actually don't have the ballista in my inventory, and that also ended my turn. Oh well. Bit of a shame, but that's perfectly okay. I'm gonna go ahead and bait this guy out with Justin. Probably a little bit overly proactive. Did that say 20 experience, or 20 HP? I hope so. 15 HP. Okay, that's a good change. I like that. In terms of HP being healed, I can probably do something of the same with Laverne. And yeah, let's see about this. Put away the hand axe. There's not really a better weapon to go with. Do I have a... Yeah, I have a standard iron lance that I'll go with. Put this away, grab... I don't need the rider's bane anymore. I'll take back the hand axe, it's handy. Yeah, 10 use ballista, so that'll take some time to get through. Grab a heal staff, and then a vulnerary, which I don't actually have. I hope one of these two next to me has one. Very, very handy. Iron blade, that's what I was looking for just a moment ago. For now, I'll keep the iron blade. Hopefully, okay, we have Thracia trade in this game. That's good to know. If that's going to be the case, I'll put away... What will I put away? I don't need the sword, I guess. I really want it, but I don't need it in a particular way. Equip this, heal up, and then we'll jump way up here, out of range of this, because I think it's 3 range, right? No, 2 range. Cool. Awesome. So, there's that out of the way. How much do you do? 20 damage outright. Pretty good. In terms of healing, I'll just do this. Might as well. Whoosh. Gotta love it. I also really like how the music doesn't end whenever you're just playing the game like this. It's very, very nice, I guess. I don't know. I enjoy it, for one. I guess I'll just do it like this. I'll hit with fire, and then I get a mana key kill, right? Because that's how that works, simply put. We can we can dragon stone. Yeah, that'll work out just fine. And then the mana key baits out the rest. Whoosh. This is a very cool animation. Based, of course, off of, the... what's it called? The dude Kishina. The magic seal from FE7. Very briefly get a glimpse of his animation in the game. Ooh. Morva. I see. I'm happy about this. I do like this type of mana key better than any other mana key that we've seen. I'm a very big fan. Okay, so he'll probably hurt some, 17 damage. Not going to swap over to the Darkstone, and now I can see their growth rates, that's good. Okay, 10. He'll be dealing 7 damage, it's not too bad. I do want to have a look at people's growth rates really quickly. Okay, pretty typical of a villager, 40 power, 40 speed, and then decently okay and everything else but luck, which is always going to be high. 50% HP, kind of impressive. Impressively low, that is to say, because it's not something that you really... It's a coin flip as to whether it levels up. Really low HP on this guy, but 60% power, 30% speed. He's going to hit everything in the world. And then 50-30 defense res. So the potential to become a major tank, which makes me happy. Here's Gretchen. 40% power, 50% speed. Yeah, this is a very standard, typical mercenary. I mean, overall, I'm pretty happy about this. I think she's meant to be the Lord, so she's not bad in any way, and she's also not overly outstanding, so that's cool. 22, 33, 44, 77, 55, 66, 11. This is, as funny as this looks, this is actually an amazing unit. The only thing that's on the low side is the power, and that's perfectly okay. Because she's magic, so she's hitting on what is commonly the lower of the two defenses. Or at least I assume. Things could be different in this game. So, let's see. 50% res. Really high HP, or really high defense base, but really low growth. That's a fascinating choice. I kind of like that one, actually. 60% power, low speed, because of course, Armor Knights. 50% HP. Yeah, I mean, these are good growths on this unit. 40% power, 50% speed, 30% defense. This is a very standard pirate, with actually pretty high skill. Not often that you get to see that, actually, so that's nice. I like Sinal. She's really good. Justin, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's as standard as you get. 45% power and speed. Middling to low defenses. Pretty high HP. Yep, he's, like I said, he's basically Franz. Like, I mean, he's almost down. Like, if he's not identical to Franz, then... Wait, is he not identical to Franz? I'm pretty sure that he is, apart from higher luck and higher HP. Isn't he? Maybe I'm wrong. Franz might have 3 skill, but I'm pretty sure that's Ross. Yeah, so he might just be identical to Franz. And if we're calling Franz boring, then I agree. So, there's that. 30% in everything, and then 60% HP. That's expected. Pretty much the Jagan. Pretty much the Jagan, you know what I mean? Like, she's got everything, and then middling to okay in everything. 30% defense res is actually deceptive, because it could become kind of crazy. But we'll see. And then that's it. I guess we can check his too. But like, yeah, this is what you expect from a transporter. If he happens to get a level up, then he goes crazy with it. You have to get him level ups through dodging attacks and stuff, so he's not going to be doing anything crazy unless I can find an enemy to farm, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to try to keep him alive as is. And we can just go ahead and end turn. Go ahead and put him here. I do like having a transporter on the map at all times. Typically, I'm more okay with it being just the Lord that has the supply, but in this way, it's a unit that you can make use of. And, you know, Canto trade, give stuff from the convoy. Speed. You know what? That's fine. I figured that Malachi wouldn't be anything crazy for quite some time. Alrighty, would love dodges at all opportunities. In terms of healing, I have healing, but it's not enough to be confident about. Good. That makes sense. Rider's Vein is pretty heavy, so... Dude was probably way down into oblivion, such that Radogast could body up on him. Okay. So the mercenaries are always going to be scary. This one has... He's probably way down by the steel sword, losing 1 speed. I should probably check that a little bit more, just to be on the sure side, but... I like to live a little bit dangerously now and then. Such as this. Yeah, this is a very strong instance of living dangerously. 16 damage times 2, gonna leave it on 1 HP. That's a good kill for somebody. I do keep leaving things right in kill range for the unit who's about to die. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Maybe that 1 speed saved me. I guess we'll see. I would have to imagine that Judgment's a little bit heavy, though. As tomes do tend to be. Okay, a little bit of enemy spawning. Judgment is 10 weight, so minus 4 speed puts him down to 7. He would have otherwise doubled me for sure. That's fine, though. We can potentially kill this guy. Do we kill? No, we don't, actually. Unlucky. Potentially even known as a skill issue. We're going to keep backing up with Malachi. He did get hit, but if he gets hit by that, he earned it. He very much deserves what comes to him. That's not actually how we should be playing, but that's probably how I'm going to end up playing, because I kind of have to heal Sievert, or heal with Sievert up here. I guess I don't have to. I could take advantage of this low HP state by doing this, and then not being that down bad. Because assuming that both hits, we can kill with somebody else. I hope, right? Can we? Shaver. Well, wait, what's the physical one do? 5 damage times 2. That would in theory work. Let's see, do we do 15 damage with you somehow, some way? Maybe with you? Okay, so instead of Iron Lance, I'm gonna have to bump it up with Steel Bow. Just so that I can manage a little bit better. I guess I could even stand like this, kill that guy, and then just kind of vibe. But this is a good opportunity to get a kill, so probably just gonna do that. What do you have? Steel Lance. Yeah, so a lot of my enemy phasing is gonna have to be done in a very, I guess I would say contrived way. I'm gonna have to sort of be very careful with how I do things. I'm gonna have to be extremely cautious in many ways of what I'm capable of doing at any given time. Okay, not that the healer needs to die or anything, but he's sitting experience. And that's what I quite like to see. Kill this guy like this, with Dawkins, potentially. I guess we'll see how this goes first. Oof. Yeah, okay, so you're weak to bows. You can go to right here, though, so that's good. We'll do that. Okay, Justin's got this kill. Very good timing on the music. Very, very good timing on the music. Okay, Justin, get something standard. Give me some HP, some defense. I didn't mean to call that level up. I didn't mean to call that level up at all. But... okay, I guess we get HP defense. I actually didn't even mean to say HP defense. I was going to say other words, but HP defense just came into my mind, and I guess that's what we're getting for our stats. Simply put, he's amazing. He's a man who does what I want him to do. And you know what? That's all that I need. That is all that I need. Justin, he's going to do the job. He's going to do exactly what I need him to do in every instance, at all times. There's no downside to using him. This is a very good level up. I'm happy to see that. The defense res didn't actually kick in, but everything else did, so that's perfectly good. It's actually kind of fascinating that speed hit, but HP, or that defense and res didn't. Oh well, simply the way of life. Okay, I'm just gonna stand here, steel bow this. I could even heal up Laverne after this, and then we could just finish this guy on enemy phase. I think I'll do that. At least, assuming that we don't end up missing a bunch, because that would be a bit on the negative side. Well, there's one miss. Okay, well here's hoping that we don't get more, because I do have to heal her up now especially. Whoosh. Okay, do we have any healing items in terms of... Oh wow, okay, so we actually can't escape unless we, like, hardcore escape. I think you have healing items, so we'll just do that. Okay, looks good to me. Malachi is doing some okay-ish, very moderately average work. Can't really be too displeased by that on the long term. Alright, who we got left? We'll go ahead and use Dawkins, get this kill. He deserves the experience. I'm sure he's going to be insane. There's no denying that he has an awesome animation. And there's no denying that I'm quite pleased by these growths. Did I actually check his? I don't think I did. He's actually kind of insane. 65 power, 55 speed, 50 defense. No, this guy's crazy. The only thing that could potentially be low is his skill, really. And res, but I mean, that's expected. Oh well, I'm very happy with him. I should have swapped over to hand axe on her. But I think I still can. Nope. Let's see. Before I end this turn, though, I'm going to take a quick break, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, we should be good to go now. Let's see here. So Judgment is going to affect us in a very particular way, it would appear. I guess I could honestly just put Kuthine down here and kind of body up in this way. Oh wow, it's effective against magic as well. Wait, so I guess she doesn't count as a magic class if that's the case, but that's really good. That's extremely great, actually. If I could kill this... Oh, it's 2-3 range, I see. Well, that is even more handy, because now I could honestly just do that and kill this person. I could also do it like this. This is a good way of doing it. I'll attack from this bridge. Probably get the kill, almost assuredly. Definitely get the kill. I would love to see a crit. Be awesome to see that animation. Oh, wow. That is really cool. Is that's, what's that one called from FE7? The light tome. The sideways animation is anyway. The rest of it obviously isn't. But anyway, that guy's good and gone. Very happy by that. Dark goes up. That's a dark tome. Fascinating. I guess I could have noticed that just based off of it being effective against... Wait, is it a Reaver Dark? That's cool. Got a lot of effects, no doubt. And then I'm just going to block off right here. That way, I'll just equip this for the fun of it, but I'll block off so that he still goes for Villager Dude. And then we kind of just vibe on that front. It is a bit of a shame that we're going to get hit by the archer, but I guess it's okay. We could potentially get hit with this dude, too. 7 defense, 7 defense. So yeah, they would choose... I think they would choose him. 24, 25. I think that they would choose him. Just gotta make sure I'm not getting doubled, which I shouldn't be. 8 speed. Better chance of dodge, honestly. Well, not actually. But the HP is less desired. So we'll go ahead and bait out in this way. Awesome, goes for Malachi still. We should be able to get the kill now. Maybe even rescue drop Malachi forward a little bit, depending. I don't actually remember what Kuthine's constitution is like. It's probably pretty low. Okay, good. Very awesome. Good old Becker getting shot by a bow would be rather on the unlucky side if that happened again, I guess, but we'll see what happens. Okay, we get hit. It's unfortunate, but as long as we can get the kill, I'm happy. Very good. Extremely good. I want to see what's in that village. I hope it's like a weapon. I prefer weapons to gold in almost every circumstance. It is a shame that that gold right there is going to be gone, but there's no like going around and getting that at this point unless I really finesse the system, I guess. And I can't quite do that without access to more things and such, you know what I mean? Okay, so steel, iron, and iron, and then javelin. And then what do you have? Short spear. And you can't move. So this situation was virtually built for her because she is built different. I'm going to do this, and then if we have to escape, then we have to escape. Well, I'll do it like this. I'll stand in the forest, hand axe, and then we'll just see how it goes for a while. We'll kill on enemy phase. We'll get the archer kill on enemy phase as well. And at this point, I just have to stay away from the archer's range, which I am perfectly capable of doing. What do you have? Okay, you can't move, can't move. So basically our choices are get through this guy or get through one of these two. And then we can defeat boss. Sword Reaver. Okay, this map is a lot of fun. A lot of things just work out extremely well, and I like that a lot. We'll Steel Blade. Not that we need to. Yeah, he knew that we didn't need to, so that's why he didn't actually hit with that. I'm just gonna kill with her then, if that's the case. Would be nice if I didn't have to kill. I guess I could manage to not kill if I broke a javelin out here, but that's okay. We can kill with Dawkins. If Dawkins has to stand in range of stuff, that's perfectly okay as well, because he's an axe user just the same. I'll equip him with a hand axe on the enemy phase, and we'll be just fine. Hey, good old Dawkins. Probably my favorite unit so far, to be perfectly honest. Him and Gretchen, probably my favorite in terms of both portraits and usability. I also quite like, obviously, Laverne. She's probably the one I've relied on the most. Okay, there we go. Now, since the thief is getting away, we're not in such a state of urgency that we have to finish the map super quickly. We can just mop up some experience and get what we can with some units. Wow. Very villager level up there. Quite villager of you, I would say. That said, in terms of killing things, we don't have much in terms of equipment, so I guess we'll see how that goes. I'll just trade this over. Hand axe, and then Kanto. I think right here is a safe spot, but I'm gonna go to here to be safe. Yeah, okay, that was fine. Heal up, Laverne. Whoosh. And then Radogast can get this. Because he is a Kanto, or he is not a Kanto unit, but he can do that thing. Thanks for getting rid of that druid, he was a real weirdo. Here, take this blade. It was said to have been wielded by a great fairy king who put everything he felt into the sword. Feyblade. Feyblade, let it rip. A magic sword, 1-2 range, said to be the fairy king's. That's fascinating. That's probably as close as we're getting to being her PRF. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's not actually her PRF, but I have a feeling that that was made because of her. Or maybe because of that one dude who has 55,000 as his gold requirement. And you don't really get much in terms of equipment to work with beyond that. Okay, Shaver. Is this just generally magic effective? Because if it is, that's cool. If it's only monk effective, that's extremely funny. Okay, so there's not really a way to kill this guy on this turn, but that's okay. We can send somebody else back here later. I'm not gonna fret over it too much. And then in terms of healing, I can just heal somebody. I can honestly just heal anybody with her. I think I'll heal Justin, because he's probably in need of it in a particular way. Whoosh. I really love these animations. I'm using them for the Jagan in my hack. I love them a lot. Of course, that Jagan is only sword, or that Jagan is only lance and axe, and that's been a lot of fun to balance around. She's very, very strong, very, very fun to use. Awesome. So is Sanal. All of our axe units are just so much fun. I'm really glad that I chose the ones that I did. If I had the opportunity to go back, which I will here in once I've finished these few maps, I wonder who I'll choose, because there are some units I definitely want to try, and some units that I definitely want to drop from this squad. Not in like a particular way, but like I probably won't use Malachi in the next run. I probably won't use this exact Sievert every time. Maybe Justin will be replaced. I may end up liking Justin a fair bit more than I expect. Okay, let's trade this over to her. Like, it's not her actual PRF, but I might as well have it on her. Okay, I didn't actually intend to perfectly move that far, but that's okay. I can do one of these, though. I can take the Rider's Bane, trade it over like this. Hold on to this vulnerary. Surely you don't need that right now. Kill this guy just like this, and then I think I have the Sword Slayer on you, because I swapped that over purposely. That way I could slay the swords. I love Sword Slayers. Easily one of my favorite weapons, if not literally my favorite weapon in GBA Fire Emblem. I think it literally is my favorite. It's such a cool concept. A Reaver that is effective against the classes, absolutely magnificent. Okay, and then Justin can probably kill this guy. If not, it's not a huge deal, but I hope so. Very good. Maybe boring, but he gets the job done with that 69% hit, 23 damage. Rider's Bane was not exactly what I intended it to, or not exactly as good as I thought it would be. Because, you know, simply put, it's got a very low, very unimpressive 7 might in a game with 3 times effectiveness though, so that does help. Very good. We can kill this guy. Of course, it's not a huge deal, but we can. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to let that one live, and that's experience for somebody else, which is great. Go and heal up. Radogast. I probably don't need to be using so much of my healing like this. Maybe I should hold on to it and stuff, but I guess we'll make do. Cutlass, okay. So in terms of damage that you're dealing to me, it's not too bad. Okay. I don't really know how I want to tackle this segment here. But that's okay, I don't have to tackle that segment, that's the great thing. I can just literally grab a hammer out of the convoy. Such as this. Hammer up, and then go stand up here. And then what are they going to do about it, except bait out the axe dude? Oh. If that axe dude has a ranged weapon, then I've messed up, because I forgot to swap out Sword Slayer. That would be... oh no, yep, oh okay. I was gonna say, that was almost really bad, for a number of reasons, but now it's completely okay. We've actually evaded death tremendously. We almost did the bad, and that would have been bad. That would have been less than good. But luckily, we're good at Fire Emblem, and we don't simply make mistakes. Right? That's not a thing that happens, that occurs. We'll just hammer up. I could have given the kill to somebody else, but I'm perfectly okay with this. Laverne even gets a level up out of it. Perfectly unintended, but I'm happy to see it. That's a great level up. That's awesome. 30% in everything, but 60% HP. Okay, now that we've escaped death... we can further escape death. Can I get Malachi up here? There's no way. Nope, not a chance. Simply not a chance. Sanal. Sanal could get a kill. I'm happy with that. Sanal's like a low-key Jagan, if that makes sense. Oh. So she's like a low-key Jagan. So the thing about that is that she has pretty good stats. She's very middling. She's basically my equivalent to Garcia at this point. She's exactly what you expect her to be at all times. That's perfectly good. Well, I would like to see the Feyblade in action. Or I guess I should say, I would like to see the Feyblade let it rip. If you've seen Beyblade, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm just gonna Javelin. I could honestly do that instead. I could just break this, actually. Could I? I don't want to use anything too expensive here. I guess I'll just take a whack at it with the Steel Blade, whatever. Oh wait, do you move? I bet you do. I guarantee that you do. I guess that's what we call a game over. Yeah, that's gonna be a game over certifiably. Because he's got the Ramphia. Yeah. Like I said, we're fine, right? There's no way that we live. There's no way that we live. There's no way that we live. Unless he throws the Pilum at the pirate and then he misses, there's no way. He's probably gonna hit the Ramphia. It's gonna be 21 plus his 14. That's 35 damage minus his 6 defense, so that's 29. That means he kills exactly. Well, 1 point over exact. Here's hoping he goes for the pirate and misses instead, but this guy's got a sword equipped, so it's guaranteed. If I could kill you, then I can swap over to something else. Well, at least we can see the Feyblade. I like that. That's a good animation for that. Very good. Okay, let's do one of these where we trade over to a lance. And we just kind of hope. And potentially cope. Probably mope. Here's hope. Nah, he's gonna 3-range with Pilum, I hope. That's really the only upside, or the only potential save here. There's a good chance that even the Pilum kills her here. How much might on the Pilum? 8, 22, minus 6 because weapon triangle. Okay. That's a little bit unlucky. That's a little bit of a skill issue, I would say. Well, here's hoping. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. We can just dodge one, right? We can just dodge one more. We've already dodged a 56 that would have gotten me killed. So another 56 that will get me killed. If you wish to get impaled that badly, then come. Please dodge. Please, 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 please. Broken unit. Best unit in the game. Laverne has already dodged 2 kills. My favorite. The best unit in the game. Hands down, the best unit in the game. Laverne, you are my favorite. You are my favorite forever. I love Laverne. She is the waifu of this game. I do not want to hear any dissenting opinions in the comments below. Do not disagree with me. She has dodged 2 56s that would have resulted in her death. She's the best unit in the game. That's how that works. That was skill. That was not luck. That was skill. As you can see, she has 30... whatever. That was skill. That was not luck. She's the best unit in the game. And that's why I'm going to give her the boss kill. Even though she's the quote-unquote Jagan. She's getting the boss kill. I do really want to see what's in that house over there. I'm not going to lie. I really want to see that, but I cannot let this boss remain. I really want to see what's in this house, but I'm just not going to be able to. Best unit in the game. Give her an Iron Axe right now. Oh, even the dog is like, yes, this is the best unit you've ever had. He's cheering for me and for Laverne. But I was prepared for anything. Of course. No, you weren't. You were not prepared for anything. You didn't know that Laverne was going to be on the battlefield. And they're running off from Laverne. Wish we could go chase them. But first priority is getting you to Fusel, right? I would say so, yes. But in the future, I think it'd be better to not be so brazen when dealing with these situations. Huh, don't act like you don't know how to deal with bandits. Or like you know how. Better than I do. I'm not trying to condescend you, I'm simply trying to give advice. And I don't need your advice on how to do my job, okay? Now let's get moving. Yeah, that's a shame. But, on the first attempt, on the first encounter, we've made it through the map. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, share the video, and all that other YouTuber stuff. I really do appreciate it, it helps out the channel a ton. If you feel like donating via Ko-fi, I do have one of those linked in the description below, so feel free to hit that. I guess I should probably talk about the game some, huh? That was a really good first map. I like how that flowed. I really did enjoy the flow of the map. A lot of it really just worked in a way that made me happy. I guess I could have tackled the left side as well and saw what was up with that. But I sort of rushed headlong into a boss who was ready to kill me. If I hadn't done that, if I'd paid a little bit more attention, I would have been doing better there. And then maybe there was... So, one thing that's really fascinating to me about this is that there are so many units you could have chosen from there, and of the units that I chose, everything just worked, you know? Everything just kind of played out in a good way, apart from my very obvious mistakes. So the thing about that is that it makes me wonder like how things are going to go in potentially your run if you play this game for yourself. Of course, the game is linked in the description below. I recommend checking it out. It's a really cool game, really cool concept, not something you see every day. A very short game, only 5 maps. There's really no downside in just playing it for yourself alongside me. Do let me know about your unit choices in the comments below, of course. I would really love to find out what you did to tackle this map, or maybe how things went for you. And apart from that, you know, I said all that YouTuber stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. If you feel like donating via Ko-fi, very much appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you later.